Yeah.
He came off the app because he thought he was going to prison. The only reason he came back on the app was he went to fucking Spain and didn't get done. Yeah. I think you will see a different outcome in March. I think when he goes to his court trial, I think he will get done for what he's done. As for speaking about things like the people that have unalived themselves, I don't agree with, because I think if it was my family member, I wouldn't want it said on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's, I'll say it now because everyone on the app knows about it. Winchester, for example, his family specifically asked for that not to be brought onto this app.
Yeah.
And it was brought onto the app. As far as I know, I don't know if you can just verify this, Queen Zombie. Diadro streamed JoJo's funeral in his Discord.
In the Discord. Yes.
Like, what's wrong with it? Yeah, he streamed it in his Discord, mate. Yeah.
Yes, he did. There was a fair. I'm not sticking up for Diadro in this part, but there was a fair amount of people that had asked Diadro personally to do that, and I think, in my
opinion, I'm gonna say this as a person who I lost my little lad in 2021. I was banned from his funeral because his mum made it a private event.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if you go to a funeral, you're invited to be there. If you're not invited to be there, you have no right to watch the funeral. It should not be streamed on a platform. It shouldn't be streamed in a Discord, WhatsApp, Snapchat. It shouldn't be shown anywhere.
I understand that, but like what I was about to say before it cut me off was that actually one of her family members had actually requested Diadro to stream it in his Discord and gave Diadro permission to do that. Right. So
okay, but what I don't understand is how many people in that Discord. There's like 3,000-4,000 people. Yeah. Now a lot of them,
there's a fair amount. I think there's actually like 5,000, 6,000.
So a lot of them are trolls. So realistically, he could have made a separate server in his Discord, added the people that have the right to be there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
he should never have streamed it to 5,000 people. He might as well have come on TikTok and done it. Let's be real.
Yeah. I think that was a bit too much. That amount of people.
He may as well have just opened a live and gone, you know what, guys, I'm streaming a funeral. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you get 5,000 views, you might as well have done that. But that's my opinion. If you look in his boxes now at who goes into his boxes, most of them, I'm not going to lie, they're wrong uns. Brummy, wrong un. They're all in there because they're all in the same fucking group, let's be real.
Sorry, allegedly. I forgot to say allegedly he got permission.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if he actually did. I've not seen.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, was it for his purpose only?
So put it in the conversation that was in the Discord and was on live was that Diadro had permission to stream it in the Discord server for everyone that was close to this lady to actually watch it and to pay their respects from the comfort of their own home for those that couldn't make it to the actual funeral. And he said he got permission from the family member. So allegedly he got.
Okay, so in that sense then, if he's got permission to stream it to the people who couldn't attend the funeral, that's different. But then he should have still made a server for the people that were invited and couldn't attend and not streamed it in a public Discord. Because let's be real.
Oh my God, this Leanne, honestly, I can't do it if this Leanne's going to be in here. She's one of the people that makes me not want to talk. She's doing my Sweden. I've just said I wasn't in the mod chats of Discord, but that doesn't mean I wasn't in the other chats of Discord. There are so many chats on Discord. Anyone that has actually seen Diadro's Discord, you can see there's about 25 different chats that you can be in. Some have access to it, some don't have access to it. The mod chat, I did not have access to. All the other channels,
is that when you was a mod, even though you was a moderator, you didn't have access to the moderator? Yes, so
the mod chat is a Discord mod chat. It's not a TikTok mod chat. Okay, there was no Discord for TikTok mods. Right, it was only Discord mods. And I was not a Discord mod. So I was a TikTok mod. But I could see everything else. I just could not see the mod chat.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got nothing against you, Zombie, and I love you to bits. I think you're an amazing person. But I think all these people that have been his mods, in my opinion, if you're going to support a creator that size, do your research. Do your research.
Well, people. I think they should.
One of my friends gifted, I'm not going to mention names, another guy on the app who got found out to have beaten up the woman out of Only Bears Essex. You'll all know who that is anyway. If you don't know, look it up. Now, she spent a lot of money gifting this guy. I mean, she put him to like top 30 on the weeklies and then realised what he'd been done for. She's been through it herself. And I said to her at that point, research these people before you start supporting them. Guys, don't just go into lives and start dropping gifts on people. Watch them for a while. Watch them off the FYP. As soon as a big badge comes in people's lives, they get excited. It's a fact. Yeah. Anything over a 30 badge, people instantly, oh my God, it's so-and-so. They might not even know you.
Yeah. Well, I get it. For example, if I go in someone's live and I've been into and I've got a level 27, but just even that, your name flags up at the top. And then when I come off, the people that followed me just because they've seen that badge, they follow you just,
100%, mate.
You know.
I mean, I can scroll through the FYP at night and I can come away from the FYP after 15 minutes with 100 extra followers. I've not spoken to anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
people are following you for badges, guys, and I get this app's a business. I understand that, but you should still be paying attention to the people that are gifting you.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't just. I know. There's guys on this app that gift girls because they think they're going to meet them. I know there's girls on this app that gift guys because they think they're going to meet them.
Yeah.
Guys, in reality, they're probably never going to meet you, but you're giving them cash, so they're going to give you all the attention in the world. But you're not the only one they're giving attention to. They're giving attention to every single person who gives them. And that's a fact. So start looking into these creators before you start supporting them, guys. There's so many decent creators out there you can support.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's what I do. I mean, sometimes I'll go around and if someone's entertaining or really like their live, I will drop them something or, it's someone that I know I'll support anyway sort of thing. But yeah.
That's it. I just think people need to start being a bit more wary. I know of people that have had loans out to gift people. Like, look at it this way, guys. Would you walk down the street, see a guy walking down the road and go, hiya, mate, do you fancy 500 quid? You wouldn't hand it to him. You wouldn't just do that. You'd want to get to know the person. You'd want to know who you're supporting.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hand £500 to someone in the street. So do not hand a uni to someone on the app for no reason.
People can become addictive, like that you get, the buzz you get out of it, seeing people's reactions. It is very addictive.
Yeah, it's amazing. But I did the same thing, mate, all the way to level 29. I gifted the wrong people.
Yeah.
And then I started watching people that I was gifting and thinking, why the hell did I gift you? Like, I genuinely looked at them and thought, why did I ever drop a rose on you? Like, I go through Diadro's live and he genuinely asks me to come in his box. He's still on follow back. Now, I went to go in his live one day and we were just going to go in and troll him. But he must have got word from one of his people that I was coming to troll him and he refused to let me in the box.
Have you ever been in his box?
I went in for about 4 seconds once because I accidentally accepted his request.
Oh, okay.
But I've never tapped his screen. I've never dropped him a rose.
So you've never been one of these people that you supported him at one time and then realised.
I've hated him since day one. Now, Sophie Rose was a very, very... I've known Sophie Rose since I started the app.
Yeah, I've seen the same as me, like I was talking about earlier. It's crazy, yeah.
I've got nothing against Sophie Rose. Do you know what, guys? I'm going to be straight with you. I know why all his people are in there. You're all in there to gain followers. And I said this to you yesterday, Queen Zombie. No one's in there because they like Diadro. You're in there because there's big gifters in there that are going to follow you and potentially come and support you. You're gifting Diadro hoping he comes to gift you back.
No, I didn't do. I had already admitted that I went in for followers, but I did go in and clout chase. I did. I really did. And I admitted
that's what that live is, guys. I'm not being funny. Go and clout chase in the Wolf's live. It's a live full of decent people.
If you just go in there and say Daddy Diadro, you'll get about 3,000 followers. Trust me. I've never done it personally, but I've been told. Yeah, that's what you do to get followers.
This guy's 40 years old, guys, and he's got business degrees. He knows what he's doing. He's an intelligent guy. As much as we all hate him, he's very intelligent.
He does know what he's doing, and he's very good at manipulating people.
That's what I mean. He's a very good manipulator. And the problem is, there's a lot of lonely, depressed people on this app.
No, we do not have anything against Sophie. Nothing at all.
Especially big gifters on this app, you'll find a lot of them are either men that are lonely, women that are lonely, and they're gifting for that satisfaction of someone giving them attention. That's what people do it for. And in that live, he will give you all the attention in the world. All of his people will give you attention. Yeah. Someone with less than a 25 badge, go join his live now and watch the reaction. Then someone with a 30 badge, go and join and watch how different his team react is.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
There for your badge, guys. Just like most of the people on this app, unfortunately.
to address a comment that I think was again, there's another comment just right there. Can we refrain from saying that Sophie Rose is crying for sympathy gifts, because you physically do not know that? Are you in her house? No.
Right, listen, I'm going to say something on Sophie Rose. Now, I'm going to kind of agree with this whole sympathy thing. I like Sophie Rose was one of my mods, but she's not anymore. Just clarify that. Now, she has said about 5 times in the last 2 weeks, I am never joining these box battles again. I can't see him and Remy texting each other and flirting. Go and look at the live the next day, guys. She's back in the box.
I know.
That.
I done a report on it because basically I said I knew what was going to happen, and I said we'll see you in 24 hours, Sophie Rose, and then what happens? She's back.
Yeah, so I was about to address that. I was getting to that point. None of us are in her house, and none of us know the mental state that she's going through. Also, we don't actually know what's going on behind the scenes of Sophie Rose and Diadro. We do not know what he's threatening her with. There has been speculation that he has something on Sophie Rose that's involving taking custody of that little baby growing in her stomach, by the way. And that if she continues to not come back to the box battles, that he will take her to court, allegedly, take her to family court to gain custody of that little baby. There's also speculation that he also has threatened her with all sorts of different nasty things that could easily make me even want to go back there. If he had threatened me with what he's threatening with Sophie Rose, I'd be like, oh shit. Right. Like, my heart would drop. Do you know what I mean?
As for taking custody of the child, I'm sorry, guys. The guy has been done for 4 counts of domestic violence. He is not going to get custody of a child. It's common sense. That ain't going to happen.
Well, again, I think in Sophie Rose's mental state, I don't think that's going to register with her. In her current situation,
I think it's all a clout chase.
I think that she's very emotional, very hormonal, very attached to Diadro. Obviously, it's her kid's baby.
I do think he does make her come to box battles, though. I think he does have something on her, because when she's in there, he knows what more money he can make.
But do you know what, mate? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't care what someone had over me on this app.
Yeah,
this is a social media platform, guys. People come and go.
Exactly.
We have our own opinions. And he's not just behind a screen, by the way, guys. He's actually been in Sophie Rose's house. Like, come on now. How would she be pregnant?
If you let people blackmail you once, people will blackmail you over and over and over again. If they're going to out you for something, let them fucking out you. Let it be over and done with. Yeah. Pointless hiding from what's going to be outed about you. So what? So he's going to control you for the rest of your life? What's the point?
I agree that she shouldn't be doing what she's doing, but I think we also have to be very, very careful with what we say and the things that we do around Sophie Rose, because she is very pregnant for a start, and she has clearly got some issues going on at the moment.
I'm not going to lie to you. If she's in that bad of a mental state, take yourself away from the app like you keep saying you're doing.
Yeah, again,
that's my opinion.
I think that's down to Diadro and his controlling behaviour. We're all sat here literally saying that he's very manipulative and he's very controlling and he has power over so many people. We're literally sitting here saying that and admitting
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to come out and say this now. I've been holding it back for ages and ages and ages. That he's not the only one out of that group. I've watched Sophie do the same things to male gifters. One of them I speak to very closely off the app. She was so-called seeing my friend, but as soon as Diadro came along, who had a little bit more cash, she dropped him and went to Ireland. He found out he wasn't talking to her anymore by the fact she was on the FYP in Ireland in Diadro's bed.
Is that Hutch?
No, it was. Is that another one? No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
that's another one. Yeah,
that's another one.
I heard about that before, and it was the same sort of thing where it was all on TikTok and yeah.
I agree that Sophie shouldn't be acting the way she's doing, and that she is a very massive fool for what she's doing. But I also want to remind people she is pregnant and very hormonal and very emotional, and I think we do have to not insult her for what she's doing.
You know what? I don't think anything that's been said about her is an insult. I think what everything's saying about her is the truth. It's one of them, you know.
But I've just seen some very harshful name calling about Sophie.
I understand that, but if you're going to bring yourself onto a social media platform, You've got to expect it. It's a fact. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
your
Dad,
problem.
for the finger heart. Cheers, Dad. Love you, Dad.
you're responsible for anything you say on your own live or the actions you do. Yeah. You're responsible. So whatever you do, you expect people to talk about it. You know.
I mean, I get trolled over my dead kid. If I didn't want it, if it affected me, I wouldn't be on the app.
Yeah, it's disgusting though. But
Sophie Rose that much, she shouldn't be on the app. That's a fact. That's the way it should be. Yeah. If you can't,
I think she's got some deep-seated issues. I do agree. I think that she is. Sometimes she's not very ladylike. I've not ever disagreed with that. I just think that.
Am I right in saying she spent Christmas at Diadro's?
What's that?
Am I right in saying Sophie Rose spent Christmas at Diadro's?
Yes.
Yes. Can we not get into this because again we don't know the court situation. We don't know the court situation with her and her kid's father. We do not know if they've got a court order in place to say that they alternate Christmases.
No, I'm not saying that. But
I thought you were going to come out with like, she spent Christmas with a man and not her kids.
What about all the summer holidays and things like she spent most of it away from her kids, all the half terms, all that sort of stuff. We can't comment on something like that because we don't know the court situation. We don't know the contact situation with her kid's father. Now, with my situation, I've got a court order, court order that says my son spends 2 weeks with his dad and 2 weeks with me. You don't know the situation, so you can't really comment on anything. They weren't with their father. They were with her mum.
Well,
so that's irrelevant.
I just don't want to bring up anything that her spending time there and her spending time at
realistically, I understand Diadro's the issue. I get Diadro's the issue, but in my opinion, all his little fucking minions that are running around him, they're just as big a problem. If they don't get rid of all of them, that's an issue. Yes, Nathan, how are you?
See, this is what I was referring to. Sophie's an unfit mother. Comments like that are just too far because it's not funny. It's honestly not fair. That's not very fair, though. That's uncalled for.
We don't know if Remy stayed at his house. We don't know about Remy.
But the Remy situation. What about the whole fact of he went on a date with Remy, didn't want anyone to know, but went live in a taxi with Remy? That makes no sense. You wouldn't do that if you're hiding something. The next day, Sophie Rose knew about him meeting Remy, and they both joined box battles. It's a game, guys. He gets you both to join, so they gift against each other, and he makes more flipping money. Come on.
Yeah.
Be real. Yeah.
Was there actual evidence of Remy being in the taxi? Or
you heard her talk. You heard her speak.
I'm genuinely asking. I wasn't arguing. I'm genuinely asking. I've not seen that video. I've seen him in a taxi, but...
No, yeah.
I was told that it's some old lady that he went to visit. I forgot her name. I'm sorry.
It wasn't an old lady, guys. It was Remy. It's the same voice. They've been attacked. They've been out on the piss.
It was that Miss. I don't know. I was told that it's some. Claudia. Sorry, Claudia.
Exactly,
I was told that it was Claudia in the taxi and not Remy. So
who's Claudia?
Again, I don't know. It was the video I saw of him in the taxi. All the comments were saying that he went and met up with Miss Claudia. So
COA's old manager.
See, everybody's saying Claudia. So it is somewhere along the lines of Claudia exists. So I'm very glad of that.
You're all saying he confirmed it was Claudia. He also confirmed he didn't speak to a 15-year-old, then said he did. He also said he wasn't on Claire's law, but it turns out he is. Don't believe anything fucking guy says. Come on.
You're right, Matt. You're right. You are very right. If you
look into him, guys, you will see everything. You don't need to look far.
Yeah, and you know when he does these lives where he comes on, he says, right, I'm coming on because I want to explain everything, and it's all pre-planned. He's sat there for ages with a script, and he knows exactly what he's saying and the way to manipulate people and make it sound like,
Can we say about when the protest first started as well? Now, Sophie Rose was live, and so was Diadro. Well, Diadro wasn't live, Sophie Rose was. Sophie Rose actually sat there and told everybody there was no protest outside this house. Diadro went live 4 minutes later and showed his CCTV where everyone was outside his house. Yeah. So if you think you can believe one of them, you can't believe either of them, guys. It's a fact.
Yeah.